welcome back to another video, guys. Today I'm gonna give you 5 tips on how to get a better pump in the gym, how to increase the pump and look even bigger. So I'm just gonna train a little bit of back, maybe a little bit of shoulders and some biceps, and between my sets I'm gonna give you a couple of tips on how to increase your pump in the gym, how to increase your performance so you look even better. Without further ado, let's start this workout. So tip number 1 is don't do cardio before your weightlifting session, and I'm not talking about a quick warming up of 5 minutes on the Stairmaster or the treadmill, or just a quick warming up. That is just completely fine, but I'm talking about 30-minute sessions, just a complete cardio session. Don't do that before your weights, because you're gonna run through your glycogen levels, and when you're running low on glycogen levels, your pump won't be as good as when your glycogen levels are full. So that is the first tip. Don't do cardio before your weights. So what I do is I do cardio as a separate session. So for example, in the morning, fasted, and just to be clear, fasted cardio is not better than just cardio with food in your system. I just do it fasted because it's the first thing that I want to do in the morning and get it out of the way, But if you want to do it in one session, make sure that you do your cardio after your weightlifting session, because you first want to focus on your weights and improve with the weights, and then you want to do your cardio session. Tip number 2 is drink more water. I always shoot for like 3 to 4 liters a day, and if you know that you don't drink enough water, one simple tip is to fill up a gallon of water and just sip on it throughout the day. It makes it so much easier to get it in by the end of the day. And if you work out in the morning, make sure that you get at least 1 liter of water in your system before you start working out. Just makes a huge difference if you drink enough water, because your pump is going to be so much better. So the third tip is make sure that you get a good pre-workout meal in before your training. What I usually do is 1.5 hours before my training session, I eat a meal that has some carbs in it, some protein, and is a bit lower in fat, because I eat more fats towards the end of the day. And before my workout and after my workout, I try to eat more carbs and more proteins. And what I also do 30 minutes before my training session is just have some quick carbs with a little bit of pink Himalayan sea salt. That makes a huge difference. I started doing that a couple of weeks ago, and I really noticed a difference because of the extra carbs with the salt, because salt just makes you pump so much better. Trust me, don't knock it until you try it. But what I usually do is just cook up a sweet potato, put a little bit of salt on there, and just eat it 30 minutes before my session. What you also can do is just cook up a cup of rice again with a little bit of Himalayan sea salt, and just eat it 30 minutes before your session, and that is going to make a huge difference. Trust me, your pump is going to be so much better, your power in the gym is going to be so much better. It just makes a huge difference. Try it, and if you do so, let me know what you think about it. So tip number 4 is mind-muscle connection. And I know I talk about it pretty often, but it's a huge thing when you're lifting and you don't have a good mind-muscle connection. So for example, with these lateral raises, what I see a lot of people do is pick a weight that is way too heavy. So this is not pretty heavy, but just for an example, I see a lot of people do this. Just swing the weight up, use a lot of momentum, like this, you know. I can even have a conversation with you doing this exercise, but they don't think about how they're using the muscle and really flexing at the top. So what you can do is pick a lighter weight, focus more on your form, focus on mind muscle connection. Just think about the muscle that you're working on. So for example, with these lateral raises, lift up, flex, put it down. It makes it so much harder. Here of course, towards the end, you're gonna start swinging a little bit, but hey, that is completely fine if you want to get a few extra reps in, but don't be ridiculous and pick a weight that is way too heavy and do the exercise with very bad form. So when I was doing the exercise, I noticed that I have my shirt on the wrong way. Yeah, let's just not talk about that, but instead talk about the 5th and last tip that I have for you guys today, and that is get enough sleep in. I know a lot of people want to grind, you want to work, you always have like work on your mind, things to do, and if you don't get enough sleep in, you're not gonna perform as well in the gym as when you get enough sleep in. So I always need at least 8 hours of sleep per night. When I don't get my 8 hours of sleep in, well, let's say at least 7, you know, when I have a busy day and I have to wake up pretty early, let's say at least 7. So when I don't get those 7 hours of sleep in per night, I don't feel pretty good, I feel pretty miserable, and I always wake up pretty bloated, you know. You just don't look as good as when you get enough sleep in. So when I get up and didn't get enough sleep in, look in the mirror and I feel like a fat potato, you know. So yeah, it's just like that. I don't know if it's only me, maybe you have the same problem, but if I don't get enough sleep in, I just don't look as good as when I do get enough sleep in. So yeah, I try to shoot for at least 7 to 8 hours per night. So, and that is it for this video, guys. I don't think it's too long, but I just felt like picking up the camera and sharing some tips with you guys to get a better pump in the gym, increase your performance. And I feel like I'm getting into this YouTube grind, you know, just feel like picking up the camera and just making a quick video with some tips that are hopefully helpful for you guys. So if you do like the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, leave a comment down below with what you want to see next. And yeah, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.